You're listening to Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marci Persky. We cover a lot of ground in this podcast. Unfortunately, since that ground recently hosted the St. Patrick's Day festivities, you probably don't want to look at it too closely.
Hi, I'm dying here. I'm this giant sweaty blob.
Aww.
We're having this unprecedented heat wave.
Aww.
Yeah, no, it's terrible because at night it's cold. So my husband, who I love to the end of the earth,
Yes.
cranks up the heat in the studio because this is where all his clothes are.
He wants warm clothes in the morning, does he?
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know how to turn the thing off, and it's like 110 degrees in here.
Aw, says the woman. You
know.
want to know why I'm saying aw? You want to know why?
Because it's cold where
11
you are.
freaking degrees. 11 degrees. I don't want to hear it anymore from you. We are recording this on St. Patrick's Day in Chicago, and Marci is wearing a beautiful shade of bright Kelly green.
Yes, I am. So my husband, who is white European all over the place.
Yeah.
As opposed to like my family is they're all Eastern European. Grew up very Catholic.
Yep.
Going to, the all boys schools and that kind of stuff. So we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And starting last week, I was looking for corned beef. It comes already made and you just throw it in your crock pot for all day.
Of course. What other kind would you use?
Exactly.
Right.
What else would I do? Make it from scratch? Are you kidding?
I would make it from scratch, but you would not.
Well, you would. No. I would not.
That's correct.
But there's not a single one to be seen. I've been going to this store every single day. So I went this morning again thinking, well, maybe they've restocked. And of course, there weren't any. So instead of having corned beef for St. Patrick's Day, we are having green tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. So it's El Patrico Taco Tuesday.
God, I cannot
At
keep
my
track.
house.
Okay.
I can't believe I couldn't find any corned beef.
Well, I don't want to nitpick here, but what the heck is so Irish about corned beef anyway?
Well, I don't know, but it is.
Well,
I hate cabbage, so I would never make corned beef and cabbage, but I would make corned beef and potatoes.
yeah. Well, that's Irish.
And I didn't even know that I liked corned beef until last year.
What, you
'Cause
never went
I
to a
never
deli?
tried it.
You never went to like a deli and had a corned beef on rye? Nothing?
No, never.
Michigan.
No.
God
It
help
sounds
you.
gross because corn and beef don't go together.
Oh, for God's sakes.
But my husband made me try it. I realized it's just brisket with different seasoning.
That's correct.
Anyway.
But now I know, why do they call it corned beef? I mean, why not call it split peed beef? Why not call it? It makes no sense. You're right.
Yeah. I'm shaking my head. Can you see stuff flying out of it?
Sweat?
Dust.
What happened?
It's fake springtime here.
Yeah.
So I decided it's time to do some fake spring cleaning.
Uh-huh.
And so, as you know, I'm vertically challenged.
True.
I'm not a little person. I'm a big little person. But so I was looking up at all the ceiling fans, which were disgusting because I never look up.
Wait a minute. From the side that you look at when you're below them, they don't look disgusting.
Yeah.
All the disgusting stuff's on
dusty.
the top of
Well,
them.
We're up at 7,000 feet and there's no dirt. It's all cinders.
Uh-huh.
And cinder dust just blows everywhere.
Okay.
Especially when you have windows open.
Okay.
But no, I usually don't look up because I'm short and why look up? But I saw all this dust. So I went and got the duster and stretched it out like by 5 feet to be
Okay.
able to reach.
Yes.
I don't know how people dust off their fans because every time I touched one of the wings or whatever you call them things.
Blades. Those are blades.
The blade.
Yeah.
The fan spun around. So it took me like 3 hours.
So you're chasing. I have a vision now. There's a
Yes.
very, very, very politically incorrect and racist and awful book that we were given as
Little
children.
black sandal.
That's right. And anyone who is a certain age grew up with this, where
Yes.
it's just the most racist thing in the world. But
I did not turn into
little black
syrup.
Sambo runs around in a circle so fast that he turns himself into butter. And
Yeah,
I
that's
just
right, butter.
had this vision of you running around the fan so fast. We can call it Little Jew Marci.
Yeah, there you go. I had to, what I finally did was I found a stick
Yes.
and I had a big stick and then I had the giant duster thing. And when it started to move,
Yeah.
I'd slam it with the stick and make it stop.
Oh, God.
But because it was on the bottom and not the top, I'm just like so full of dust.
You
My
got a
mouth,
face full of it?
oh, my whole head, my shoulders, head and shoulders will not carry this dust. And there's like inches of it on the floor. So
Oh,
I get to
God.
go vacuum. And the couch, I'm just going to flip the covers.
What a great job of cleaning you've done there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hire me. I'm for sale.
God.
Only low hanging fans.
I would hire you just to watch that.
Yeah.
I would
It
hire
was
you.
exhausting. And the worst part of all of this,
There's a part that's worse than getting your face full of dust as you chase a fan blade around your
Yeah.
dining room with a stick.
I wasn't wearing my Apple Watch
Oh,
that
so,
yells at me every day to move around.
so you didn't get any points for running
I
around.
didn't get any points for running around in circles. And I probably went 3 miles. I did every single ceiling fan except the one in my bedroom because I don't want my bed full of dust.
How about you just get up there with a vacuum and skip the part where you beat it into your face?
Because I'm too short, I can't reach it. My
Can't-
vacuum doesn't have a tall enough
Uh.
sucker thing.
I cannot judge. I had my spousal unit climb up on a miniature ladder to put a thing of rice on a high shelf. So I do not judge the short. Do not judge.
Yeah, my husband has to do every top shelf chore that there is.
I'm not.
There's stuff that I probably don't even know that I have in the top shelves of my kitchen.
Yeah. It's kind of an adventure once a year when I actually get up on a tall enough ladder to see what I've stashed up there.
I get height sick, so I don't go up on ladders.
Well, the worst is the home canning stuff where you just keep putting it way up high every year and you can kind of do like a Egyptian pyramid where they see what was buried with the dead for the afterlife. This is the hot pepper salsa that was made in case there'd been a famine 15 years ago.
The one thing I know that's up there
Yeah.
is my waffle maker, which is in the shape of the demon from Kiss. So that
What
we
is
could
the
have Kiss waffles.
What is the demon from?
That would be Gene Simmons.
Oh,
character.
that has to have been an internet purchase.
Of course it was.
A demon from Kiss waffle maker. Did Gene Simmons actually sign off on this? Is this an official?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'm kind of curious.
It works. I just don't make waffles.
Can't you just imagine Gene Simmons sitting at his desk in front of a pile of licensing agreements to sign? And here, sign this one. It's for a waffle maker shaped like your face.
He signs and licenses everything. There's like Gene Simmons underpants, I'm sure. Maybe not Gene Simmons bras, but I'm sure that there's Kiss underpants somewhere.
Officially
in some
or
store.
knockoff from China? That's what I want to know.
Officially.
Really?
Officially. Yeah, he used to have some reality show.
Yeah,
And
but
I watched it once,
Yeah.
and he took people through this entire giant wing of his house that's all like Kiss marketing stuff.
uh-huh.
Now, I have a T-shirt that has cats on it
Yeah.
in Kiss makeup, and it says Hiss. That one I don't think is Kiss marketing,
No, probably not.
but it's funny. Are you going down to look at your Green River?
A picture's fine. If you want to know which city celebrations I skip, It's
St. Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day is one, and any kind of sports victory is another. Those two. And the St. Patrick's Day thing, I did one year in Boston. I had some date that was arranged for me, some nice Jewish guy I was supposedly going to like, and we decided to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade in South Boston, which is as big a deal as the one in Chicago, maybe bigger. And this, I don't know why people kept fixing me up with complete idiots. What was there something about me that said, as long as he's Jewish, he can be an absolute, complete, abject fool and you will date him? I don't understand it. This guy starts making fun of the drunken Irish at the St. Patrick's Day event in an Irish bar.
Nice.
Yeah, and I said to him, I really think you should pipe down. Oh, look at how stupid, sloppy. And I bailed. I don't think I've ever actually bailed on a date in the middle of a date before, but I bailed.
Did you say, I'm going to the bathroom and climb out the window?
I just said, you know what? I don't want to be here when the fighting starts. Nice meeting you.
I'm not, I've never been a big St. Patrick's Day celebrator. I don't like beer. I think I'd probably like green beer even less. I don't drink whiskey. I know what the streets of Chicago look like.
The river is dyed green with vegetable dye, and the streets are dyed vomit. That's what the streets are.
Exactly. I didn't want to say the word vomit in case if anyone was listening. But yes, it's the worst night to be in Chicago.
It is horrible.
And I was always working, so I was looking down on Michigan Avenue from the 21st floor of the Stone Container Building, watching them dye the river and then watching people puke later on. And I remember having to wait to go home until, even though my shift ended at midnight,
you don't want to
wait till 2 a.m.
to
avoid the traffic and the vomit.
You can't avoid the vomit. The vomit is everywhere in Chicago on St. Patrick's Day.
It's bad.
It's so bad. It looks like somebody dumped a McDonald's leprechaun shake down the entire length of Michigan Avenue. But it doesn't smell like mint, I'll tell you that right now.
Have you ever had a McDonald's leprechaun shake?
Decades ago.
And it's minty?
I believe that is the taste they're going for.
It's not lime?
Oh, I don't even remember. My memory's not that good. I mean, literally decades ago. But I think that where you live, they probably have those.
Yeah, I don't generally like green things. Maybe I like spinach and asparagus. And that probably is that's it.
Lettuce.
Oh, yeah, I like lettuce.
I don't
Name another one.
No, I don't think you eat broccoli.
No, I don't like broccoli. My husband will eat broccoli if it's smothered in cheese, which kind of takes the point out of it.
I would pretty much eat one of those leprechaun shakes if you could smother it in cheese. Cheese, as far as I'm concerned, is the best food invented ever.
You and Frankie.
Yeah, cheese is. I used to think chocolate was the best food invented, but I've decided it's cheese.
I'm still on chocolate side. Sorry.
Because you can't. Well, you can have a bread and chocolate sandwich, and I've had those in Europe, but I still think that the ultimate comfort food in America, for some reason, is a grilled cheese sandwich and a bowl of hot soup.
We do grilled cheese and tomato soup a lot.
See?
My husband's a deadhead, so he makes really, really good grilled cheeses.
What does that have to do with being a deadhead? Is there
because
some song
they follow
about
the Grateful Dead around with their little grills and cook in the parking lot, and the easiest thing to make is grilled cheese.
Okay,
but
I'll take
anyway,
your word for it.
Yeah,
well,
I can tell you.
It's good to know. Good to have this data at your fingertips.
There you go.
That's good.
Anything about a jam band, unfortunately, is taking up space in my brain that could, better remember where I put things.
You're way too hard on yourself. Any woman who can remember where her Gene Simmons waffle maker is stashed is doing all right.
I don't know.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. It's clear you like listening to things, so you might enjoy the audio version of my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. I read the entire darn thing myself. You can download it from Audible. It's not free like the podcast, though, so if you're thrifty, like me, you may still want your public library to order the printed version.